sorry that I'm sorry that you got the angry black man in therapy up here without a microphone. It seems apropos. I'm trying to bring my drink. They wouldn't allow me to bring my drink with me. But it's an honor to be with you, to be acknowledged for doing the same things that got me fired from the post office. That is really something that warms my heart, or maybe it's the peanut. But nevertheless, isn't this a beautiful space? Yes. Now, come on, y'all. It's like y'all act like y'all been here before. This is my first time. It's your first time. Give it up. Isn't this a beautiful space? That's what matters. Now, we talk about Changemakers Award. I think what they've done with this building exudes that. Think of all the things that this could have been. I cannot think of any better use of this space. And I want to thank the people that made that happen. I want to thank all the organizations that are here that's doing that magical guy in the sky. You call him God, whatever you want to give it up for the heavens above. But they're doing that work. So give it up for all the organizations that are here today. All right. Having said all that, that's part of the African tradition. That was like libation. I didn't have to wine pour it out. I had to give out for those that came before me. So it's an honor to be here with you. If you have not heard of We Act Radio, please pull out your electronic tracking device and enter that now. That is We ACT Radio. When I say We Act Radio, y'all say do something. We Act Radio.
Do something.
Because that's what it's about. Because it's not about talk anymore. It really isn't. The one good thing out of this pandemic is that poor people got a vacation. And that means everybody got the time to think. I asked two beautiful young ladies before I came up here, I said, because this is DC, people ask, what do you do? I'd rather ask a much more probing question. What do you want to do? I think you get a better answer. And I think the pandemic has afforded all of us an opportunity to think of a better answer. What is it that you want to do? This was a rat race that we all been on. And it gave us an opportunity to get off of it for a moment. It gave us an opportunity to sit still with our thoughts for a moment. It gave us an opportunity to get closer to the people that matter most in our lives for a moment. Also, it was an increase in divorce rates, but that's But you get my point. I hope that this night will be a reminder for all of us to get closer to a better answer. What is it that you want to do? And I hope that that answer is something that has to do with change. Because in order for us to change anything, we must first decide that we want to be that change. And I'm honored to be considered as one of the people that's becoming and have embraced that change in our lifetime. I just want to thank, real quick, one of my mentors, Kevin Zeese, activist extraordinaire, was my first mentor before I even knew what a mentor was. And he opened his home to me, invested in me. He taught me what activism was. When I didn't have a computer, he opened his office to me. He showed me what grant writing was, and proposal was. And I was able to attend the Drug Policy Alliance People of Color in the War on Drugs. And they flew me at the conventions all around this country where I was a fly on the wall, and I learned about change in drug policy. And just last night, the state of Maryland got a new governor. It was a rough night. It was a rough night. But Maryland just decriminalized marijuana in the state of Maryland. I don't know how y'all feel, but I smoke, so that's good. But this country has the largest prison population in the entire world, and the number one cause of incarceration is nonviolent drug offenses, and the number one cause of nonviolent drug offenses is cannabis. So we just had some change last night. So I want to shout out Kevin Zeese, who invested in me, without whom We Act Radio wouldn't exist. For those who are unfamiliar with React Radio, still have not followed us on your tracking device yet. We're designed after Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing. I'm Sam Jackson, and we have a storefront window. And we're in Anacostia, and we've been there for 10 years. And we was there, and when we launched it, people laughed at us. You want to start a radio station where? Oh, see how that goes. And now, DC has the most rapid gentrification of any city in America. And guess what area of the city has the most rapid gentrification in that city?
Anacostia.
If I had planned it out, I did not. I know my time is limited. I just want to say, I want to thank my family. My sister Siobhan is here with us. The last time I spoke to our father was at React Radio. We lost him before the pandemic, and he said that he was proud of me for the first time, and I felt that was an award, and I think this is the greatest honor since I got that pat on the back from my dad. Because you know, black folks who come from that, you better get a good government job. You lost that good government job, you want to do what? You know, I want us to encourage our children to not make money and not make a living. I want us to encourage our children to make change. And that's what is needed. Now, this is my son, Kepler. I want to encourage him to continue to make change. I want to tell him I'm proud of him now when he's 13 and he didn't have to wait till he was a grown man to hear it from his father. His mother, KP, who's believed in me relentlessly over these years. Miss Glow over here that's funded some of my projects. And I just want to say to a special person, Janae Nathan, who taught me emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence. Some people have to go to therapy to learn that. And we have to make room for what we want to have in our lives, and that includes change. We have to make room for that. And I will leave you with these words. David Sorolla, for those who don't know, is one of the producers of Don't Look Up. If you haven't seen that film, please do that now. It's very close to reality. He's one of these story by producers. And he I'm honored to have him as a blurb writer on the back of my book. I have a book called Nineveh, A Conflict Over Water, set in the future as a novel. Unfortunately, it's based on reality. And he wrote a beautiful blurb on the back of this book, but I want to read to you another quote from him. He goes on to say this: everyone in this room has an enormous amount of power. Please use that power to demand climate action now. Our survival and our kids' future depend on it. Climate change is real, so let's be real and become the change that we want to see in this world.